Hello, I am Kodili-nye. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. I am here once again to bring you a new vlog. Happy Christmas. How is your celebration going? I hope that everything is going well with you. We are having a wonderful time. I'm just walking in this neighborhood just to bring you another vlog today. Returning subscribers, you are highly welcome. New subscriber, thank you for coming into this family. And we are marching on again. Thank you for rejoining us. Thank you for being part of the success story. And old subscribers, we are here again. We are going to continue on Akuluno series, Akuluno in Igbo, because I have also requests about that, to do more of Akuluno and what people should be doing concerning their communities in order to transform these communities within 4 years. And I accepted the challenge, and for those that have been asking me about that, I accepted the challenge. I'm going to be doing it using the towns and villages or communities in Anambra State or other states in the eastern Nigeria to actually explore and help them to discover the immense power and immense gift and immense potentials God has deposited in them when they act on the spirit of Akuluno and Igwebike. So that's what we are discussing yesterday, or we did about Nubi in Idemili, south of Anambra State, Nigeria. And we talked about the philanthropic or Akuluno gesture by the great son of the soil called Emeka Ezonu, where he tied 1 kilometer of roads. And not only 1 kilometer of road he has done before, but he has been doing the hospital, we've been doing other things. But we are talking about that kilometer of road he did. And today we are going to talk of Adazi-Ani. We are going to talk about Adazi-Ani in Anocha local government. And I don't know any of you knows Adazi-Ani in Anocha local government. And we are going to use Adazi-Ani as a reference point, and we are going to also talk about investment potentials in Adazi-Ani and what needs to be done to enhance the Akuluno philosophy, the think home philosophy. Akuluno just means to think home, invest home. And that's what we are here to discuss. I don't know if this is right enough. I think the weather is wonderful. Well, thank God it's a little cold today. You know, we are in winter, and many people has gone on. Let's just look at our this is where we are marching on there. You can see this area. You can see this area. I just want to show you this area. I want to show you this area for you to, see this area again as we continue on our discussion. If you are joining this vlog now, I am Kodili-nye. Remember to subscribe. We are dealing on Akuluno think home philosophy, and we are using Adazi-Ani as a case study or as an example. The deepening of Akuluno in Igbo communities, Igbo land, in Anibo, in the eastern Nigeria, and in Nigeria in general. And you can see this place. So we are going to discuss so many things. Let me draw it closer to you. I think it rained last night and it's still drying up, but you know, the winter time, it can be, the weather can be a bit frustrating. It can be somehow, you can understand the weather. Sometimes the weather is in a good mood, sometimes the weather can suddenly turn. So we are trying to see this massive castle. You can see, I don't know if you are seeing this. That's massive. It's massive, you can see. Before we continue on our exploration, before we continue on our exploration, you can see. Before we continue on our exploration, you can see. So we are discussing on Akuluno because, as I told you earlier, 2024, it will be explosion of Akuluno in the eastern Nigeria, in Anambra State, and in many states in the Anibo. And if you watch the budget of the eastern Nigeria, you can see that there are massive push for infrastructure. And when the government start to do like that, the people, they are complimenting the people who are already investing, and it will also show them that to also. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing a video. One day I will invite you to appear in my vlog. I will invite you to appear in my vlog. I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, having a good time. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm Kodili-nye. I'm still walking on this road, and you can see this is a massive hospital. This is a massive hospital. But to the UK standard, it's still a very small hospital. But this is huge. You can see these are all part of this hospital. You can see this is the hospital, and you can see this is massive. And we are going to be talking, as we have said already, about Akuluno phenomenon. Especially we are using Adazi-Ani as a case study. Adazi-Ani. Adazi-Ani is a community in Anocha local government of Anambra State, Nigeria. And Adazi-Ani has a boundary with so many towns like Neni, like Nokwa, like Oruku, and Adazi-Ani. Also, I think it has a boundary with Adazi-Ani. And we're going to talk about the Akuluno that has been happening in that town for some time now. You must have heard in 2 years ago about Ezeko or something. One of the man from that town or something that built 15 roads. Each of them is almost 1 kilometer and some more than that. And he built this community road. He built it and gathered a lot of friends and the government officials to commission that. And it was massive, because for the first time in Nigeria, no one has ever dared to build that number of roads. It's like a government. It's like even doing more than a government, because some of the government or state governments, when they do 2 roads, they gather a lot of people to celebrate. But this guy was building community roads, 15 of them. And not only building it, he building the drainage, he putting the street lights, he's beautifying the place. It was massive. And people were shocked. I could remember billionaire businessman Chief Cletus Ibeto of the chairman of Ibeto Group was invited to commission that. He was overwhelmed by the multitude, the great investments that this man was doing in that community alone. He was shocked. I'm talking about the great Ibeto, one of the men and women of timber and caliber, not just of Anambra State and Igbo, but Nigeria. One of the richest man in Nigeria was completely bamboozled, was amazed, was surprised about the enormosity of the money being sunk by just a single man. And this man is rich, but he's not even the richest or among the richest in that area. But because he has this burning desire to change the narrative in his community, he decided to take this great challenge. You can see the roads are scanty today. These are mostly busy roads on a normal day, but you can see that the road is very, very few people on the road. Many people have gone on holidays. This is the university wall. All these places, very big, massive area. It's the wall of the university. Most of the people has gone to different countries, different homes and different cities, different towns, different villages around the world to have the Christmas. And as we are talking about, so Ibeto was shocked, as well as other people invited. Even the government of Anambra State was shocked, because the town with 15 roads in a community like that, you know what has happened? What has happened is the place has suddenly turned into a city, because most of the time you see all those good roads in the cities in Nigeria. Even the cities are having issue of bad roads. But in this case, this man decided to up the tempo of development, Akuluno, think home, by taking the challenge of 10 to 15 roads. And it's not only the guy that was also doing this. Many others were doing their own, some two roads, 1 kilometer each. But he decided to do 10 to 15 roads. And no one, he has the spirit of Akuluno, think home. And he was that passionate about it, and he decided to make sure that he accomplished the task. And it was a challenge. The great Ibeto was saying he's learning something from this man of timber and caliber. So he was talking about trying to emulate him. Can you believe that? I'm talking about this, you know, you can see what the effect of when we do, see, I don't know if you can see this gate. That's not a bad gate. That's not a bad gate. We are marching. So, we are marching. So, I am Kodili-nye. If you are joining this vlog, we are talking about in-homes philosophy of the eastern Nigeria, of the Alibos of Anambra State. And we are using Adazi-Ani as a case study. Adazi-Ani, you know, is a community in Anambra State, in Anocha local government of Anambra State. And this community is a rural community with not more than 5,000 or 10,000 people living in it. So it's not that huge place. So we are discussing about the thinking philosophy colonial project that's happening in that town, and how it can be improved on, turning it into employment opportunities, creating employment, creating businesses, and what can be done, what other communities can learn from them. So that's what we are discussing today. You can see this massive buildings. You can see it was built some years back, and it was it's called Queen Mary's Place. Queen Mary's Place. It was very massive. You see, it's a very massive building. There's a lot of buildings there. You can see the design. I don't know if you love this design. I am Kodili-nye. Sorry about the noise. We are walking on the road. We are walking on the road. We are walking on the road. So in Adazi-Ani, so when these things was going on, a lot of the people from that community that were thinking that maybe I don't need to improve my home. I live in Abuja, I live in Kaduna, I live in Lagos, I live in Kafanchan. Those that live in the home, that they can get on with it. We are forced to redress their step. A lot of them was rattled. A lot of them started, their eyes started opening to the reality that there is no place like home. There is no place like Anid. A land flowing with milk and honey. A land of the great minds. A land blessed by God. So they were rattled. Some of them started inquiring what to do. Some of them, their eyes open that they can also change the narrative. They can join the bandwagon of development. You know, that's what we are talking about when we are you know, following a positive step, instead of following these negative-minded people who want to stop the economic activity in the homeland, who want to destroy everything built in the homeland, who want to cause chaos, chasing a lot of people, men and women of timber and caliber, and investors away from the homeland. You see, a chain reaction, because if those people were using their energy for positivity or leading by example, building industry, all those money they are collecting from people, if they are using it to improve their homeland or even their villages, our land would have been better off. But instead, they are investing their money to buy arms, buy something that can cause destruction, can cause pain, that can cause, in the name of they are fighting somebody or they are angry with somebody, and they come to their homeland and become a tiger, so that people will be fearing them. People will be will notice them. But time is coming, and the time is now that the narrative are changing, and it is now done on them that they have done terrible mistakes. That 2024 will be a time they will come back finally to their senses and know that all these things I'm doing, what have I achieved from it? Have I not done the opposite? Have I not caused pain? Have I not caused so much pain to the people you claim that you want to bring out? It's like you are pushing somebody in a pit, a person you are saying that you want to get out of the pit, but you are pushing the person deeper and deeper into the pit. That's exactly what they were. That's exactly what they were doing to the homeland, to the Anibo. So, by the way, that's what. That's not what we are talking much, but we want to emphasize on what we are talking. Positive change. You can see the street lights, you see the CCTV cameras monitoring this road. So anybody going here is under the watch of the security agents. They know even the number plates. It helps in prevention of crime. You can see the CCTV camera because you have also this school here. So it's also meant to help to safeguard the people in the school. So that's what you can see, the street lights. You see how it's not far from each other, you see, so that in the night you can walk freely here. You can go do your normal businesses. That's what we are talking about concerning our homeland. So I am still Kodili-nye. If you are joining this video now, remember to subscribe. We are talking about Akuluno. We are talking about Tinkum philosophy. We are talking about how we can deepen this great philosophy of developing the homeland. And we are using Adazi-Ani community in Anocha local government of Anambra State, Nigeria, as a case study. So we are using it as a case study. So we are discussing about that. We're talking about how the roads are being taken care of by first Ezekiel and the others that are joining in that business of constructing the rural roads. Not just constructing it, but building brand new roads. So that's what we are discussing about. But now we are going to talk more on that. And what are we talking about? We are talking about the issue of how it can be deepened, how Akuluno can be deepened. You can see, did you see how they put the west out? Because you see how they bring this one out here? Although they have also where to put it inside, but because their house is a gated building, so they have, every house must have a bin, something where they put it. So the facility company will come to take them away. Unlike in Anambra State or in Nigeria, where the people dump it on the road. You can see here, in spite that it's a holiday time, it's still very tidy. It's still very tidy. You can see, in spite that it's a winter time, that a lot of trees lose their leaves. But still, you see how neat it is. You see how wide the pedestrian way is. See, the pedestrian walk is. We are going to do vlog on the pedestrian walk and all those things. Why it's imperative in Anambra State to have pedestrian walks and covered drainages. That's a video for another day. So now, how can Adazi-Ani turn this Akuluno or deepen this Akuluno, or a community? How can it deepen it? So in Adazi-Ani, supposing that Adazi-Ani as a whole have like 50 roads, and one person has already done 15. And I know few others in the community that have done one, some did two in Adazi-Ani. So now you can see that they're almost finishing most of the roads in that community. You can see that they're almost finishing most of these roads. So now the Adazi-Ani community can say, okay, we want to create so much employment in this town, so that people will, instead of most of the people from the village moving away from the village of Adazi-Ani, they will start rather settling down. 80% of their people will start coming back home and settling down. So how can we get things for them? You know, that's what we are discussing. So how can it be done? So it can be done through Akuluno. It can be done through Akuluno. This is inner neighborhood. You can see how this place is. You can see how the houses are. Did you see how it is? Did you see how neat? How, you see, did you see any open drainage? You see the pedestrian walk is almost 6 feet. Everywhere is covered. You see the street lights. See the street light. That street light. See trees planted, flowers everywhere. That's how our homeland should be looking like, or even better, because we can do better. So that's how. So on our discussion. So I am Kodili, that's me. We are talking about Adazi-Ani. So now, how can Adazi-Ani deepen this? How can this Akuluno start bringing in employment in a community like Adazi-Ani? Look at this tree. Let's see. Look at this tree. What's it? He has shedded most of his leaves because of winter. You see? Can you see that? So he's shaded most of his leaves. So we need to shed most of our bad habits, our ignorance, and our negative negativity, and people of negative vibes. We need to shed them away. We need to get them out of our way. This house, look at, this is a new development. Look at how beautiful this one is. Can you see that? Can you see that? It's so wonderful. Can you see that? Let me brighten it up so that I think you will. Do you see that? How neat. Look at how neat. Let's see you can see that there's garden at the back, and you can see how neatly done. I don't know if you're seeing all of this. This is what they do, you see? Look at how neatly done. That's what we will be expecting in our homeland, houses like this. Neatly done, the roads done, everywhere neat. Not doing beautiful houses, but the roads in front very bad. So that's what we are discussing about, and it's very important. Let's continue on our thing. So how can we deepen this Akuluno making it to create jobs, making it to bring people back to their homeland, back to Adazi-Ani, making the Adazi-Ani people, because around 80% of Adazi-Ani people are not living in Adazi-Ani. They are not living in Adazi-Ani. They are all living around Nigeria and around the whole world. Let's see it again. Let's see this place. See this place. Can you see that? You can see the I don't know if it's bright enough because the weather keep on frustrating. Can you see this house? These are what over 1 million, 2 million houses. There's 1 million, 2 million houses in this area. Can you see that? These are housing. See, these are part of that Queen Mary's place. You can see. I don't know if it's too bright. Let me get it. You can see what they do on that place. You can see how this place is. I don't know if you can see that. You see, that's Queen Mary's house, place. That's part of, because that place is quite huge. You can see. Let me bring it closer to you to enjoy. See how neat everywhere is. That's how estates are done. That's how layouts are, not the Nigerian one. But we are going to discuss that, how all this layout in our homeland, in Anambra State, will look like this, or even more than this. You see, it's like a layout. It's like you can say Awada or Uwaba layout, or this thing, but none of them look like this. You can see. So that's what we are discussing about. So let's keep on our discussion. So now, part of the Akuluno. Part of the Akuluno is to bring the people of Adazi-Ani back to the homeland, to settle, to do business. 80% of them to live in Adazi-Ani, to create also opportunities for those already living in Adazi-Ani, around 5,000 to 10,000, and also to bring other people to come and making Adazi-Ani a destination, not a departure point. So that's what we are going to discuss now, using this Akuluno. Akuluno also work with Igwebike principle. The Igbos are known for Igwebike. That's what has helped them. That's what has helped the homeland, even in the Civil War. That's what has helped, So let us continue talking and let us continue discussing. So what we are discussing about is Akuluno. How we can deepen it. How can we, using our Adazi-Ani in our Anocha local government of Anambra State. So now, let's start with provision of employment. So in Adazi-Ani is not far from Oka. It's just 25 minutes to Oka, and 10 minutes to Newi, and 15 minutes to Onitsha, or 1 hour to Onitsha. So now you see, that is also a great place for people to live and go to Oka, go to Newi, go to Onitsha to do business. It's around 1 hour, 20 minutes to Enugu, and 1 hour, 20 minutes to 1 hour, 20 minutes to Owerri. You see? So it's not that too far off. So that's what, let's look at this place. I don't know if you are getting this place. Do you see this place? Do you see this place? Okay. So now, so let's